Prime Minister Mark Carney is meeting with Canada's premiers for the first time today as he's expected to call a snap federal election this weekend. CTV's Jeremy Sharon joins us live with more on this. Jeremy, let's talk about what's on the agenda for today.
Yeah, Jamie, the focus, of course, will be on trade, specifically on eliminating interprovincial trade barriers. The premiers, all of them, or most of them at least, attending here in person, minus about 4, some of them attending virtually. The Prime Minister all walked in just moments ago. Most premiers stopped and talked heading into this meeting, talked about kind of what they're hoping to focus on. Of course, each premier has their own agenda heading into this, issues that matter more to them and their province and the people of their provinces. But the message we've continued to hear over and over again is working together on eliminating interprovincial trade barriers. This will be the first meeting Prime Minister Mark Carney has with all of the premiers together. He's met individually with some of them leading up to this, but for some of them, it's the first opportunity they'll have to meet with him since he was elected. And as you've touched on, there's only going to be a few more days here as we expect an election to be launched on Sunday. So this is a meeting that's expected to focus on how the federal government can help and how all the provinces can work together on eliminating those provincial trade barriers. In the leadership race, Mark Carney made it clear he wanted to focus and work closely with the premiers in terms of Canada's response to U.S. tariffs and to the trade war with Donald Trump. And so that was the focus the last time that this group met. Of course, that meeting happened with former Prime Minister Justin Trudeau, but they came out of that meeting united, working together, committing to work together to eliminate interprovincial trade barriers on certain goods, things like alcohol, making it easier to sell alcohol from different provinces in other provinces, but also for skilled workers, some trade workers that require certifications, committing to a June 1st deadline to implement a national certification program so that these people that are working that have these certificates, these professionals that right now have a hard time working in different provinces are able to do so through this kind of national certificate program. So we'll be looking for an update on that. But the other big question, Jamie, is whether they can present this same united front as we saw last time around. We've seen Alberta Premier Danielle Smith, who is not here in person, but is supposed to be attending virtually, put some pressure on Mark Carney. She met with him in person yesterday, had a long list of demands, many of those focused on oil sales and certain restrictions that she says the federal government has in place that is making it difficult for her province. We know that Scott Moe and Alberta's Premier Wab Kinew have made it clear that these new Chinese tariffs are having a big impact on their province, so that's a focus for them. Despite all of those individual issues, will they be able to come forward with a united front? And there's also the distraction on top of all of that of this looming election. So a lot at play here, a lot of questions about whether or not they can present that same united front as they did during that March 14th meeting.
It'll be interesting to see. CTV's Jeremy Sharon, thanks for the update.